Hey everyone. If you were wondering where my Guild War video from Monday was, as you can probably tell by my voice, I'm kinda sick. So I didn't make one. It's gotten worse over the last 2 days, especially today for some reason, but I figured I'm gonna make at least this Guild War video. And let's just hope we can get this over with. I entered on Monday because I can't think straight properly, so let's hope today works out kinda well with no accidents. Oops, what am I doing? And yeah, RNL was showcased today. She seems super busted. I'm not looking forward to that unit. But yeah, we'll see about her next week. Let's worry about today's Guild War, and if my health doesn't improve by Friday, I'll skip Friday's video. I just want to just do quick runs in Guild War and be done with it, because I want to lie down in bed so badly and just sleep. Anyway, let's get through today's Guild War. Today we are fighting a guild called Impurity from Asia. Guild War looks pretty okay for us. I'm so sorry, it's gonna happen so much more today. I prepared a team ahead of time. This is what we're dealing with. Fumir, Lydica, and Tactical Collie. So brother tries to cleave us down. We'll be like, yeah, okay, buddy. You sure can do that. So we'll be going with my Silvertide Christie, 300 ER. Should be super fine. Notos has some ER of his own, so we are looking at 320 ER in total. And this is my boss Aruka now. Let me check something real quick. Does she have an ER imprint? No. Just to make things a little bit safer in terms of ER cheesing, I just go Bastion. That's another 19. So we have 19. That's 45 plus 300, 345 minus 12, 341 ER. This should be way more than enough to resist the Fumir sleep, and will be Tamaguchi, I suppose. Bottom team with good scales, Biren and Setsuka. We'll be going with Biblis, her own RT. I just changed my gear around so she's a little bit tanky, especially against the Freelan's first attack, because that's gonna hurt the most, especially because Freelan is gonna hit. Elemental disadvantage is not a thing for Freelan, especially in Guild War. I've got Rana for all the counters. The potential bonus, I suppose. And then we've got LRK on Crown of Glory. Still not built. Pretty fine. Okay, let's go. And hopefully finish this one out real quick. Umbra Keystone, as expected. We didn't lose any of our buffs, which is perfect. This Fumir apparently has no ER whatsoever, because she didn't even strip our Boss Arunka, and Boss Arunka is only 150, 160 ER here, so 170, but what else? Let's see if Collie can do anything to us. I will expect no. Nope. Not even close. Okay. And here comes Notos resetting. Lydica will now attack into boss. Yep. Let's get rid of her, then we lab, and then it's fine. And we don't even lose the boss Arunka here. Yeah, that's bye-bye Collie. Lydica attacks into Christie, and that's all about round 1, so very nice and clean. All the speed in the world doesn't help. If this were RNL, I don't think I would have won. Alright, let's get lapped a billion times before we can actually play the game. We're Lotus Ring. Let's see the Fearon hit my Biblis. 7k, so that's a full nuke Fearon too. Hey, who would have thought? I'm so good at predicting this game. Like I knew my Fearon would get hit here. Insane. I mean, I'm gonna get my immunities back eventually anyway, so it's kinda whatever. Alright, we didn't even miss 25k. Sounds about right. We full resisted. Nice. Alright, first gone. Fearon is gonna kill herself now. Yep. That is so nice and clean. Now we wait for Setsuka to proc. And once she does, we can just get rid of her. Also, I just realized Biblis plus ARK is so toxic because Biblis has the S3 ready again next turn. Kinda insane. I'm just gonna reduce her HP so it did less damage, but it doesn't really matter. And ideally, Rana misses, Setsuka counters, and then we are Tama and Gucci. Very nice. She lethals, which is kinda annoying, but whatever. Setsuka laps our LRK here. And then whether just S1 or S3. Actually, we have to S3 because Setsuka did this. Hex again, which is fine. Well, we can S3 it. Well. Setsuka stop. Damn. Alright, now we S3 and the game is over. Very nice and clean first game. Wasn't hurt at all. But I liked it. It's not a very common comp, but yeah, Biblis solves Fearon comps most of the time rather easily. Let's move on to the next. Alright, second attack of the game against Edo. We got another interesting round one with Nodos. This time it's Fomir, Fearon, and Nodos. In round two we've got Rina, Corley, and Genesis Raz. So round one, we have a scout here. It's top speed Fomir on Compass, meaning she has a lot of effectiveness. Fearon is on Knowledge Seed, and Notos is on Holy Sex. Sindri said to not copy his round one. We're not doing that. So I'll be going with Dwell on 150 AR. I don't think this is going to be enough, but it's whatever. We're also having Release Imprint, so our APOC is a little bit tankier. Then I've got Biblis. She's just gonna get slapped and reset. It's probably whatever. And then we've got APOC Ravi. Now, my issue with APOC is she's not 100 crit. She's on counter, said yada yada. I put her on Truth of Valor just so Notos has a harder time killing her. Sadly, I don't have enough imprints. I could give her a slate, but I don't feel like it's worth it. She's on my wish list. So eventually I'll have a triple S. But against Notos, she has a 100% crit rate. So that's fine. This is also maxed, so it's kind of whatever. In my head, this kind of works, especially because we know that this Notice is just on Holy Sag. The most important part is round one, so we don't die randomly. And if we don't, then it's gonna be fine. Round two, we're just ER cheesing this guy, so I have scales on the artifact from Ivana, so she's gonna most likely push above the Kali. 144 ER should be hopefully enough, plus the 25 here, so almost 200. Otherwise, bulk. And we've got Dien, who already has 200 ER because she has immortality. I gave her 138 more, so she's at 338, meaning there's no way Jose, that she gets stripped by Corley's S3. She's slow, but I don't really care about her. She does have damage, so when she does take a turn, she's gonna hurt. But honestly, it's just gonna be Genesis Ras doing all the work here. And it should be fine. I'm more worried about round 1, especially the first turn, but it should be fine regardless. Let's make sure nobody has attacked yet while I was preparing this. Nope, nobody did. Rightfully so, everybody low-key afraid of this round 1. Let's see how this goes and how Cursed Compass Fumia cruises over. Actually, she's not that fast. So we resisted something else. We got 1 turn reset, which is expected. Do we get full slept? We do. We also get fully death broken. Ideal worst scenario is I die here and come back, and then I'll revive. Oh, works. And only killed the L. So I'll just drop myself off. 26k Nodo, so that's not that much HP. Counter, perfect, so we don't take unnecessary damage. I mean, for me it's not gonna do anything here, so let's just send this in the Nodos, reduce his HP pool. Because Nodos is always gonna hit into APOC. 41k HP left. It still does hurt a lot. Let's not lie to ourselves. Yep, perfecto. We survive. We S3 onto Ravi. Now, since we know that she survives, we are digga fine. So now we are going to proceed to kill the Fumir because we kind of need to get rid of her. And then we'll whittle down the Notos. Oh, very good counter. Excellent. And now we can control the Notos. Well, control, quote unquote. At least we can injure him even more, and now he's not a danger anymore to us, which is very nice. At this point, Nodos cannot ever kill my Ravi, and he's just gonna die like a dog. Holy Sack, as expected. We knew that from the scout. I think no point in pressing. Nodos can't do anything. Alright, counter, very nice. And that's the end of Notos. Super clean. I was worried for nothing. That was giga easy. Just Fear did basically no damage. I didn't catch the artifact on Renak. Oh, it's Soul Steel. Okay, yeah, it's whatever. Feel free to. Yeah, let's do this. And that's why I wanted Scales to take a turn first, so we're not death broken and take damage for fun. Scales got hit. Which is kinda annoying. I suppose we can S3, it doesn't hurt, I suppose. Counter Genesis Ras. Okay, so I guess we're losing Scales here, which is very unfortunate. I probably should have given him more bulk. So be it. Yeah. Unfortunate. I mean, I have to just for the end, so it's just good. Dude, I missed. Of course, he would duel. Am I gonna lose this because I missed? Let's hope not. I still have one more mortality. That's gonna be fine. Because I only had my own immortality, and then it's the other from scales that's still left, but we shouldn't be needing this. Yeah, this Ross is gone here. Alright, too bad about scales, but what can you do? Nice and clean, regardless. Let's move on to the last attack of the day. Alright, last attack of the day. I might be over cooking with this one. I'm so sorry. We've got Monarch Iceria, we've got Eleanor, and we've got Nodos. So I'll just Briar Cleave this, hoping that we don't end, but it should be totally fine. And then bottom, we've got BBK, Freerun, the BBK, so we reverse cleave that one. So, around one, we've got a DPS Briar. It's the fastest I can get her with decent stats, but it should be fine. I break it to hope. Then we've got Shepherd Yen on DPS build this time to 51 speed. Should be dealing decent damage, and then we've got Successor Tayu on this build. I don't even know if it's good, probably not, but it should be fine. So the way this goes is with Soban S3 with Briar. This is going to proc the Monarch for sure. She pushes up to Eleanor. Eleanor also naturally pushes, but we then should still be outpacing both of them. We'll push them back. We'll push up the Tayu, and ideally from all the damage, because these are on both Briar and Diana on damage builds, maybe and Iceria dies in the process. That'd be great, especially if I land Deathbreak with Briar, and then I can just one-tap the Nodos, and we'll be fine. The bottom team will S3 with Renak, S2, the free run with Renak, S3 onto the scales, the BBK dies from the splash, and it's gonna be fine. And then this is my young Senya, and this is the haircut. So the way this goes is I could also S2 onto the scales, but I'm afraid that she might be on counter set, and then she fears my Renak, and the game is basically over, so we don't want that. So I'll just S2 into Freerun, take away more of her stats. That also helps us against the potential 13 or 15k HP Freerun, which could survive the splash damage. And then it's going to be a giga fine. So let's see how this goes. Let's also make sure nobody attack Astro Piggy in the meantime, but it does not look to be the case. So let's go and see how we perform. And also let's check Ciara, because that's the only thing I'm worried about, but it's all super slow. The only person on immunity is Notos, which I find kind of weird. Ideally, this guy should be immunity on all three. As expected, we got countered. Enough will not boost enough. The boost is pretty high though. We did Deathbreak the Iceria, so maybe Iceria goes down here. That'd be super, super nice. Yeah, perfect. Really good. Now let's hope we have enough damage for the Notos, because we did not Deathbreak him. Unfortunately. We did now though. 100% Deathbreak chance. Aureus, Elena. He was on Holy Sack, classic, but that was way too much damage. Very nice and clean. I liked it. Alright, super slow BBK, which indicates that this might be a counter BBK. We'll move on as planned. We'll S2 on to Freerun. We'll S3 onto the scales. And from all the splash damage and whatnot, the BBK should die. Perfect. Kind of funny that the Freerun is so far back, but whatever. Alright, Freerun takes a turn, 8k HP, 8.7k, so she was tuned to be not killed by Renak, a Pursuit Renak, which is This guy had a good plan, but it sadly for him won't help. Alright, let's just do this. And yeah, I was on Tome of Life's End, or whatever the artifact is called, on um what's the name? Hecate, just so in case the Freeran does survive, I could just S1 into and kill her off that way. So that was nice and clean. Let's wrap it up for today so I can go to bed. Alright, that wraps up today's Guild War. Thank you all for watching. Again, so sorry for the random coughing and whatnot. If my health doesn't improve by Friday, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I will skip the video on Friday too. And just get done with it rather quickly. And then hopefully I'll be better by Monday, so I can return, not in doom state, but fully recovered. That's it from me. Have a good one. See ya. Bye-bye.